Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play in Victoria 2 Historical Projects mod. So, I'm going to be playing as Egypt for this campaign. I did do the, do a straw poll to see what country we would play, and Egypt won with about 45% of the votes, followed by, I think, Japan, Brazil, and I think Spain was last? Either that or Brazil was last, I'm not too sure, because there's like one vote between the two, but thanks everybody for voting. And, yeah, so I haven't actually really tried to play Egypt yet. I mean, I've looked a little bit, see what we start off with. So we have one decision right away that's, considered important, and it's Muhammad Ali's reforms. So I think this was, we had to be a puppet, and this will just basically give us a bunch of starting stuff so we can actually become independent. Because we do start off, unlike in vanilla Victoria 2, we are a vassal state of the Ottoman Empire, so you know, that is going to be an issue. And another issue that we are going to have to face eventually is we need to be westernized within, like, 40 years. Because if we're not, there's an event, basically, for every single major power in Europe to just annex every single African country that's in their sphere. So if we end up in, say, Great Britain's sphere, we're uncivilized in 1880 or whatever, I don't know when the event exactly fires, but we'll just basically instantly annexed by the United Kingdom. And that sounds like it'd be, like, really bad, so we'll try to avoid that. And I was wondering, I don't know exactly what I want to do for the early game. Like, I don't know, we could either go for intellectuals so that we can actually get our literacy rate up, because we have really bad. Getting the reforms actually like a minus 40% on our research points, which is pretty bad, but we kind of need it, I think, so we can actually fight against the Egyptians. So it's either intellectuals or soldiers, but I think we are going to go soldiers, because we're going to need a lot of men in order to actually fight off the Ottomans. And we are 30% civilized, which is actually one of the higher ones in the world. Like, Persia's 20. I think Morocco and Japan are the only ones who are equivalent or higher. Like, Japan just starts off pretty advanced. China's at 25, the Sikh Empire's at 20. So we're like, in terms of westernization, we're doing pretty alright just right off the bat. Like, as long as we don't fall to, like, reactionary rebels or anything like that, that'll reset our progress. We're already a third of the way done. I don't want to do the Islamic law. I mean, that will get you it'll reduce militant consciousness, and it'll give you a few bonuses, but it also reduces research points even more. It makes people, less education efficiency, which is also, like, really bad, because we need to get this up. We have 1.4% literacy, which is actually amazingly bad. So let's go to our reforms. These are our current reforms. We have foreign, training, imported weapons, imported artillery. These are actually, like, really awesome for us, because if you go to military, we can actually build cannons, cavalry, and infantry. We're not just only restricted to irregulars. If we were, I think that would be pretty bad. I know we do have some irregulars starting off, I think, in this army. I don't think the other armies actually have any irregulars, which is actually kind of great. So we have a pretty decent army. Like, we don't have a lot of irregulars, which is good. The Ottoman Empire is at 4 out of 30 military attacks. But we're at 2 out of 30. I'm gonna say that's not actually that bad. We have 20% military taxes, I assume, by the 10% things there. Land organization. This stuff that's going to be beneficial for us. So I don't know when exactly. I think it's the Oriental crisis. Right here, we can actually, like, just a normal crisis system. We can log it until 1870, which is, you know, I think we're just going to keep it on vanilla. And what I want to do right away is I want to build artillery, because we actually have 0 artillery in all of our armies. There are none. And we actually can mobilize, really. In this mod, apparently, you're able to mobilize your troops, which is actually, like, going to be really beneficial for us. So everybody rally to Cairo. We're going to put all of our troops basically at the Suez, just so we can kind of block off Ottoman troops if we need to. I think you're going in a really bad way. Oh, can this really? It's playing at 20. Okay, we'll split this army in half then. And then, like, this 9 stack can just kind of go somewhere else. So hopefully they don't take too much attrition. Or any at all. I mean, that'd be definitely preferable. Are you going to take attrition on your way there? You're not. Okay. So we do have one vassal state as well. We have Hejaz, which is a satellite of ours, even though we're a satellite of the Ottomans, so it's like a satellite of a satellite. It's a little bit weird. So when the Oriental crisis fires, I don't think we're going to be able to keep all this territory. I think we're going to lose some of these cores to do, what is this? Yes, of course we will allow westernization, because we kind of, like, really need it. And once we become independent of the Ottoman Empire, which will happen anyway, I think even if we basically, like, get destroyed in the Oriental crisis, we'll still be fine enough that we'll be able to basically wipe peace out. But once we're actually independent, we can basically go all the way through Ethiopia, take all this land over here, and annexing small uncivilized countries does give you more research points, which is going to be really important. We're getting 1 point a month. That's really bad. We're getting 1 a month, or 1 a day, I should say. So that's 30 a month. So that's 365 points a year. And how much do these reforms cost? 9,900. Are they all that high? Yeah, no, they're all extremely high, so it's going to take us a long time. How are we supposed to get this? 63 research points. Like, what are other countries' research points right off the bat? I know, like, France has, like, I know civilized countries start off with, like, 7 or 8. But even then, that seems like it would take a long time to even get any of these reforms done. I mean, hopefully we aren't just going to get, like, completely destroyed right off the bat. And we can actually mobilize 29 troops, which is actually pretty good. I wonder if our troops are mobilized as irregulars because we're uncivilized. I would like to support Tripoli. I don't think there's any way I can, like, subsidize them because we're a satellite state. I mean, what we could do is we could, like, declare war on the Ottomans, like, right away. But that'll just be bad, right? Like, they have 45 brigades, we're at 20. They can mobilize still. And who are they allied with? They have a bunch of satellite states. So, like, they have these little guys over here that are satellite states. They got, like, Serbia, Wallachia, Moldavia. Well, they actually, I don't think they'll actually ally the Ottomans. Serbia won't. So, I mean, we got that going for us. Let's go to speed 4. Increase taxes on everybody. Like, I don't care about taxing the rich. We don't have any factories to build, so it's not super important. The tariffs do... I don't know if we can get some money out of tariffs, so let's max that out. Decrease naval spending. Decrease construction cost to half. Increase education spending, because that's important. Administration can go up a little bit more. Just so we can kind of maybe balance the budget. We're still losing 100 pounds a day. Ugh. I guess we don't need to be spending that much on our military. Most of our money is being spent on buying up all the stuff for the artillery. And is any of them even actually getting... I mean, they are slowly getting their goods. Artillery, canned food, wine, liquor. So I don't know if we can really do this right now. Or, like, we'll actually be able to buy any of this stuff. So we need liquor, wine. I'm guessing canned food because that's also being bought up. So we'll buy like 30, 40 of each thing. It'll cost us a lot of money. But it should be okay, because if we can actually just get these things built. Yeah, we're just not getting artillery. I mean, that's not too surprising. We're an uncivilized nation, so our priority in the world market is basically actually 0. It might even be less than 0. Oh no, actually, we do have some artillery being built. Fantastic. These troops can go into Suez. Actually, I kind of want to balance some of these armies out. So how about you go here? You guys just keep going to Cairo. I want to get rid of the irregulars because they're actually, like, they're not going to help us at all. Like, I don't want to use them. You are... Yes, we'll just delete these two guys right here. We'll delete the irregulars here. Because I'd rather just place them with, like, just basic infantry or something like that. We're going to have to mix around some cannons. Our cavalry here. So what kind of army do we want right off the bat? I mean, we are in the desert, which is, like, not very good. Like, supply limit 20 seems to be about the maximum. So maybe we want to kind of build around that. I mean, some of the stuff on the coast is 52. I mean, that's actually... I think it's really, really, really good for, you know, 1836. So we're going to want something with like a 20 supply rate. So something with like an 18,000 stack, I guess. So 3-3, that's 9. I guess maybe you can do like 3 infantry, like a horse. Does that make sense? 3 infantry, a horse, and a and then fill the rest of it with cannons. Maybe. I mean, we want cannons. Many moves have passed since the foreigners have arrived on our shores. The Ottoman Empire, Egypt gains melee. Okay. We can attack the Ottomans, but we already could attack the Ottomans, so I'm not too worried about that. So it's a G to combine. Yeah, so 3-3. And like maybe 2 artillery in each stack? Does this look like it might be okay? Like I'm not actually 100% too sure. What is this? Foreign trading post? Everything, we need as many research points we can get. We're already at 1.05, so we've already increased it by 0.1. I mean, that's not like it's super, super good, but it's better than nothing. How are artillery being built? They're just not. Okay. Well, I mean, that's not too surprising. And we're getting a lot of population, surprisingly. That's a lot of wars. And we can't attack anybody. Like, we can't attack this guy, even though he has our cores. And we have, like, other territory. Like, I don't know why we have Zila. Seems a bit weird. If we can actually do something, though, where we can actually westernize and then somehow become, like, a secondary power just in time for the rush for Africa, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? If we can actually colonize a little bit ourselves. I mean, it would be great. My current plan really is, I think you can form Arabia as Egypt. I mean, it doesn't show up in the decision tab, but I think you're able to do it. Maybe it doesn't show up because we're not an independent nation. I'm not 100% too sure. But if we can form Arabia, that would be wonderful. We can, like, attack these small guys over here. Like, we don't have a status protectorate or anything like that. We'd have to actually use the full annex CB on just these small little guys. But I think it actually works slightly differently if they're uncivilized. Like, if they're civilized, you can only annex somebody that has 1 state. Such as, you know, Parma here. But I think that they're uncivilized, you can use the annex for 4 or less states. Maybe, like, we could annex Oman or something. I'm not 100% too sure. Don't quote me on any of this. Okay, so these artillery are still being built. Yeah, sure, you guys can have military access. I don't care. And we just have no money. Don't spend anything on the army. Lower all spending. Increase spending on buying stuff. Yeah, so we'll lower spending just so we can build the artillery. I mean, assuming the artillery would actually get bought. I mean, we're buying the wine. I don't know why Egyptian artillery would need wine, but I'm not going to question it. That'd be actually kind of cool if your country was like a majority, like Sunni, Shiite, anything like that. If your units just did not need wine and liquor. I mean, it makes sense. Like, why would we need these things? Like, nobody's going to be drinking it. Hopefully the war doesn't start now, because we are absolutely not in a good spot. I mean, our country is, like, pretty bad. 40% aren't getting their daily needs met. We're already 6,000 pounds in debt. But, I mean, that's fine. As long as we can actually get the artillery, and they're starting to be built. Look at that. Wonderful. We're getting all the stuff that we need. We're spending our giant surplus of money that we got at the very beginning. And there we go. It goes. Goodbye. Goodbye, money. You shall be missed. Oh, so we buy all the materials we needed. Fantastic. What do infantry need? Because we actually do need to build some infantry as well, I think. They're just rifles. We can buy some rifles as well. Maybe get like 26 of this. Buy some ammunition. It's good just to have stuff stockpiled anyway, just so that you during a war, you don't run out of materials as quickly. Okay, yeah, so artillery going to be built. Is that enough artillery? We need 6. 1, 2... Oh, there's actually a perfect amount of artillery right there to fill out the rest of our armies. I mean, we could probably put, like, 1 more troop in each one. Maybe, like, 1 more cannon or another horse. And we're going to have a huge mobilization thing as well, so it's not a huge deal. We have our boats here. How much are we spending on our boats? You know, okay, 14 pounds on our boats, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to worry about disbanding them. And we actually have... We have a factory. Why do we have a factory? Do we even have any craftsmen? We have 1,000 craftsmen in Cairo. Very odd. I'm assuming somebody else built the factory, unless we just started off with it. I'm not 100% too sure actually. Like, we can't build the factory. I don't think we can upgrade the factory because we're not civilized. Oh, we actually could upgrade the factory. We just can't build more of them. We could just have a like level 99. A level 99 factory. So you guys go there. You go here. The next 2 are going to be built in Alexandria. So how about you just stand in Cairo just so that they auto combine on you. And we have 6, which is another. It's another stack, which is going to be good for us. Are 18 stacks really? Are those good enough though? Like, the Ottomans have 30,000 troops there. They have no troops up here. Where's the majority of their armies actually in Tripoli, or a decent amount of their armies in Tripoli? Like, I did see that they sent like 34,000 troops over, and now they've been apparently reduced to like 15,000. So they took a lot of attrition damage at some point. And I think Tripoli or Hejaz will help us. But it's a bit hard to tell if they'll help us or not, because they're our satellite. Oh, but they're actually not under the Ottoman sphere. I thought they would be. Are we even under the Ottoman sphere? Oh, the Ottomans aren't even a great power anymore. Well, that lasted like 5 minutes. He replaced them. I guess, okay, the Dutch did. I mean, it's good that, you know, he doesn't have military or, you know, great power status over us. Also, I like how we own Crete. I don't know why we own Crete. I don't know the historical reason that we own this land, but it's kind of silly. Okay, so we're going to like 1, 2, 3. And all these guys will be built. Yeah, they're just built instantly, which is great. Is that saying the cavalry needs artillery? I'm not 100% too sure. Okay, so send a 3 stack here. I think we need to attack first, right? Like, we need to attack the Ottoman Empire before they can attack us. Increase the... Yeah, we'll go up there. Increase military spending. We're going to be losing a little bit of money, but that's fine. How much money are we spending right now on... Like, 42 pounds a day on artillery, so... Apparently there's actually just a little bit of a short supply on artillery. So where would we put our troops? If we were to... Well, we'd want to mobilize before we attack. Like, that would be absolutely necessary to do. It'd be foolish to attack them without mobilizing first. Are they just losing a lot of troops? Like, they have like no troops over here anymore? This 30 stack got reduced to 17. If I attack them, does that start the Oriental crisis? Apparently we can just not afford to keep the factory open, so I'm not going to bother, you know, attempting that. Maybe we could subsidize it this time. See if maybe it's like 10% full, even though there's nobody showing up here. So we're going to have, what, like 30,000 troops? I mean, that's a decent number of troops. How much does the Ottomans have? Weren't they at like 30? They're at 13. They're at 13. Ottoman Empire, like, come on, guys. Come on. What we're going to do we even have enough leaders? We only have 1 leader. I mean, I would love to attack, but with only 1 leader, it's a little bit risky. By that, I mean it's actually, like, incredibly risky. But if these guys could just be, like, in our territory, like, if they were, like, in Cairo, and we declared war on them, and you know, we are basically the defender. At least I think we'd be the defender. Like, that'd be great for us. But I do think that this has to be the end of the first episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name's been Anthony. If you enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you not enjoyed, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.